Good day, good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. I'm Willie Canuck, and with me tonight, it's just Shark Kitty. Shark Kitty, how you doing?
Hey, how are you doing?
I can't complain. I can't complain. It's been a long week at work. I've misplaced my hat somewhere, but I've had a haircut. So, probably looking at my camera, it looks like I'm completely bald, but that's fine. But yeah, it's been a hard week, you know. It's work has not been fun, and yeah. So, what about yourself?
Work has been pretty hard too, especially today. But it's okay. Now it's pretend play time.
That's it. Big shout out to Beluga in the chat today. I think I saw Beluga zooming around somewhere anyway, so hopefully Beluga, you're joining us today on the stream. We're unfortunately half the team is away. Of course I can see Beluga coming in for a fantastic landing right here in our first destination in Brazil, and this is Ubatuba, which is, I'm probably again not doing the pronunciation any justice, but there you go. So yeah, we got a coastal route today actually, and you decided to do this in style today, Shark Kitty. You're taking advantage of one of the new additions from the 40th anniversary. What are you flying today?
I'm flying the Douglas DC-3.
Yeah, look at that. It's all very shiny as well. Very cool.
Shiny might not be the word. I took a dirty livery, so
kind of shiny. It's kind of shiny.
It still shines through the dust.
Yeah, I'm going old school. I am flying the original heritage livery for the Turbo Aero from Just Flight, and you can go check that out. Big shout out to our sponsors, Just Flight. Fantastic airplanes. This is no exception, and it's just a great one to fly, and we fly it regularly on here. So I thought I'd go back to our original paint with the Scott Leaf, and it's even got my badge on it on the front. This was just for me, this one. I don't ask Dark Fury to do specific designs for me anymore because I think he's just got too much to do. It's hard enough to get one going. But we do have, hopefully very soon, we got a livery coming out for the Kodiak, don't we? So I think we just had a couple trials and tribulations. It's a bit of a difficult airplane to fly, but Dark Fury is hopefully able to do that very soon. You can check him out on flightsim.to as well. Now he's changed his name. He now goes by something slightly different, if I can find it. PaintGenix. So if you search for PaintGenix on flightsim.to, you find all of the Positive Rate liveries, or you can just search for Positive Rate. All the liveries for all the different airplanes we've got, and there's a few on there you might like and might enjoy. Get a few. We have a few downloads on there. So anyway, jump inside the airplane here, and we'll get things going. So just let's go through the route quickly. Coastal route today. I think there is a mountain in the way somewhere. Kevin warned us, but we're just kind of skirting along the mountains over the water. Beautiful, taking in all the sights as we come around the coast of Brazil. We've got a landing as we come around the horn here. Now that is SDTK is Parati, and then we'll be shooting off and then paying a visit to Sierra Delta Alpha Golf, which is Angra dos Reis, and again shooting off again, and we clip over an island here. There are some probably additional airports on the route, so we can maybe land at one if we see one that we like. I think there might be a mountain that we're flying over there, and then we're going to cut into Sierra Bravo Juliet Romeo, which is Jacarepagua. Can tell I'm not from Brazil. And zooming around the final bit of the coast, coming into the inlet there, up to Sierra Bravo Romeo Juliet, which is Santos Dumont. So there we go. Some beautiful sights along the way, I'm sure. And we're doing it all in the comfort of our favorite props, and of course, Sharky's going vintage on us today. So yeah, it should be a good day out. Please make yourself known in the chat. We are on the North Europe server if you want to join in with us. And yeah, we'll just we'll get going. So I think believe you said you wanted to take off from runway 9, didn't you, Shark? So
Yes, because the field is pretty short and still not that comfortable in the DC3 and doing short feed ops with it. I'm not even sure what flap setting I need to use.
No
That's gonna be interesting. I'm actually gonna start taxing just because it's better
you go right ahead.
Take my time.
You go right ahead. I'm just gonna get everything started up here. So let's check mixture is full, and we're gonna rotate this on. Add a bit of throttle. Oh, don't have any sim noises. Let's bring those up. And we're running good. Yeah, it's let's see, change the nav over to GPS. Oh, there's a switch there actually. I could have just done that. There you go. in case you're not familiar with the plane, there is a switch. Not a lot of planes have those, but there you go. Right, release the brakes, and might as well not stand on ceremony here. We'll just get out there now. I do see another plane on the tarmac. And there's Beluga I can see up there as well. Let's, before we do that, who have we got with us here? Who is it? It's J-Hog. J-Hog, how you doing? You snuck in there, J-Hog. We didn't see you. Great to have you along, though. Beluga flying this awesome Air Asia livery, which just looks really, really cool. I don't know if that's what he actually has. Or it could just be some interesting model matching going on anyway. So we're all taxiing out to runway 9. And J-Hog says, good evening, was setting up. Yeah, no worries, J-Hog, we're so glad that you're here today. Now, I don't have a 737, but I do have some model matching, so I'm just wondering if this looks like a 737. Arguably it does. Very cool. The mountains around here are actually quite impressive, I must admit. Especially right on the coast as well. You really get the best of both worlds. You get the sea, lovely towns, and also you get the beautiful terrain in the background as well. Very cool. Beluga says, I'm in the Ryanair livery. Oh, okay, well, obviously I'm not seeing that, but we'll take your word for it. I think I'm at least happy that I think you look like a 737, which is an improvement on the last time, because everyone was just looking like a 787 or something like that. Very strange. But yeah, I mean, just look at those mountains in the distance. Absolutely amazing. Can I look around and steer at the same time is a different thing, but yeah. So we got a huge displaced runway here, which you're going to take advantage, because I think, Shark, you may need quite a bit of that runway to get that old DC3 into there.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually DC3 can take off and land on pretty short distances.
Yep.
But it just may not be comfortable doing this yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But when I did some testing and I was able to take off and land on 2,000 feet with it, but it wasn't really comfortable for me.
I think what we'll do is I'll let you take off first, because I actually want to see this beautiful airplane take off. And this is, of course, this is the one that comes from the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, just.
So why don't you roll out, Shark Kitty, so I can get the drone on you, and we'll just watch this DC3 lumber out into the air.
The flaps are set. cold flaps.
You can see Beluga setting up as well.
Lights are good. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so.
Hope not, because we're waiting for you.
Okay, let's get started.
We'll do a nice action shot. The brand new DC3.
Put in brakes.
Now this DC3 was done in collaboration with another studio. I just can't remember the name of the studio.
It's Aeroplane Heaven.
Aeroplane Heaven, there you go. And off into the distance. Amazing. Cool. Okay, Beluga, if you want to shoot ahead, you can take off as well. Actually, this should be interesting. Definitely not a runway that's designed for a 737, but that doesn't stop Beluga. Oh no. He says, give me a jet, I can take it anywhere.
How high are we gonna...
I think we'll play it by ear. I think we'll start at 3,000 feet.
Okay.
Can he get it up?
Yeah.
Pushing the limits of the runway. He's starting to rotate. Yes. He just clears the runway. Off he goes into the distance. Absolutely fantastic. Just me and J-Hog left. So we'll jump in the airplane. I think J-Hog and I can do a bit of a formation takeoff here. So we'll give the props to full. Any collision lights on. And J-Hog, if you want to lead the way, sir, and I'll follow behind you. Here we go. Positive rate, gear up. You can see J-Hog's gear coming up as well. Let's say 2,000. I don't know, 2,000 seems like it might be alright. What do you think?
Okay. Sounds fine.
Passing 1,000. Bring the flaps in. Bring those props down a bit. So I hope everyone has had a good week.
Whoa. Looking away for a second, my plane was diving down.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just
okay. Look at this scenery though. Absolutely stunning. Look at that. Beautiful coast of Brazil. Lovely beaches. Lovely women as well. If we hit 2,000 yet, we're just skirting past 2,000 there, so bring it down just a little bit. And we're flying this one fast, so we're actually going to make good use of the turbo aero's proper speed here. It's pretty much open throttle. I think if everyone's happy going, probably pushing around 160, 170, I would say. Oh, come on. Under control there. Switch it over to nav. Turn on heading mode and Plane should take us on course. Jayhawk's tucking in nicely behind us. I can see Blue Gus off in the distance there. He's probably doing a slow circle. I'm sure he'll do a nice flyby. Just take a nice wide shot here. Look at that. And it's good to point out that Jayhawk is also elected with a Scott Leaf livery as well. It's nice to see. I think it's one of his favorites. I quite often see him in it, so... yeah, it's always nice to go back and remember our roots, and I actually designed this livery. It's one of the only ones I designed. And Darktree did a fantastic job on it as well, so it's always great. Jayhawk agrees with me. Yep. It is nice, and the Scott Leaf is my own design as well, so I cherish it greatly. It is a representation of my heritage, where I come from, my ancestry, and where I live now as well. Just check out the mountains in the distance, folks. Look at that, absolutely lush green. It's no wonder they produce a lot of coffee in this country. That's all I can say. Shark Kitty, you're way up in the distance there. I don't know how far ahead you are.
Surprising. I'm doing 145 knots GS.
Okay,
You should be able to catch up.
Currently pushing. I'm 160, solid 160. Yeah, so I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So we should get there eventually. Take off fuel pump. I'm just complaining about high throttle here.
Yeah, I'm having a bit hot cylinder temps, but not to the point of being concerned about it.
Yeah, I'm pushing the airplane a wee bit. Hopefully it should be alright. We'll just ignore that word. By rights, it probably is about a 140, 150 knot aircraft. And yes, I'm starting.
Slow down if you need it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think I should need to. It should be the opposite actually right now.
Look at that. The coastline around here is so amazing. And you do get these little towns kind of nestled into the corners of the hills as well. Heck of a flight plane here. Beautiful scenery. Always great to go to different parts of the world as well. I don't think we've been to Brazil yet, so this is our first time doing a coastal route. Dare say we should probably come back and try some high mountain passes. Possibly in the jets. I think that'd be a bad thing to do, yeah. Except I might design the route this time. There's that DC-3 lumbering up ahead. Probably a common sight back in the 30s and 40s to see DC-3 lumbering around the coast of Brazil.
Rather 40s, I think. I'm not sure, but I think the DC-3 is from the 40s.
Fair enough. I thought it was around the late 30s.
I'm gonna look it up, so we'll know. And I was wrong. First flight 1935.
Now, one thing I didn't think I'd see anytime soon is a 737 formation flying behind me in the aero. Blug is doing a fantastic job there. He's got the gear down just to kind of keep things slow enough.
That's smart. It's all about drag.
Look at that, fantastic. Some excellent formation flying there. Anything goes on positive rate, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Let's check our progress on the route. So, oh yeah, my TCAS is lighting up like a Christmas tree here. So yeah, we got a bit of ways to go yet. Destination is, I think it says 10 minutes. Or 10.4 to the next waypoint anyway. Alright, I'm not quite sure what that's trying to tell me, so... now that's the beautiful thing about the PMS GPS here, is you can pick different things if you want. Estimated time arrival. Nope, that's not what I was asking. Estimated time to waypoint. There we go. So I'll give us 3 minutes to the next waypoint. So going by the speed and approximate distance, we're probably talking about 3.9. It's quite a ways actually. I can see why Kevin was suggesting we take fast airplanes. So we'll definitely have to do fuel checks when we stop at the next one.
Yep. I think I should be good. I tried doing one flight in DC3 in about the durations of that we typically do for positive rates. And I think I've burned 100 gallon total, and I got 200 on board.
All right. So what's the fuel capacity of the DC3?
You got. Let me just double check that I don't say mistake. Yeah. So you got 4 tanks, 2 mains, and 2 aux, and each of them is 200 gallons total.
Okay.
And I actually am wrong about that. Last time I burned 200 and I got 400 on board. Yep, that's that.
Because it did have quite a bit of endurance. That's amazing. Lee Bear joined in. He says, "Hello, you are amazing and you always make me smile. You deserve a good life like everyone else does. Keep it up, and I hope you get more subs in the future." And thank you, Lee Bear. I always appreciate it. We will get more subs, absolutely, mate. So on the update for Orbix, we're just waiting on some final paperwork, but we're hoping to do some giveaways before Christmas, so I think that is going to attract a lot of interest in the stream. We'll also be advertising through Orbix themselves as well, so there's a lot that we're working together. I've got some great ideas, and the team has some great ideas on ways that we can really showcase some of the fantastic products on the Orbix website, so do go and check them out. Really looking forward to it. Just some final kind of I's dotted and T's crossed to sort out, but yeah, we'll be looking at that soon. So there's a lot of good things, coming up in the stream. A lot of opportunities for us to boost the numbers. But at the end of the day, what's important is that you guys are here, and that's all that matters. We'll always be happy with all the subscribers that we have, and all the followers, and the Positive Rate family that surrounds us. It's a blessing, and I think, when we do kind of advance from now and get bigger, I'll always think back fondly of the time that we started out, because it was a lot more intimate, and sometimes you lose a bit of that intimacy with the close-knit community as it gets bigger. So there's positive and negative, and of course it's been a huge opportunity for me to learn, all of us to learn, Shark Kitty, isn't it? I mean, we've picked up quite a bit of expertise, I think, just over the last year, being in the content creator sphere, and we're always trying to improve, and it's nice to kind of hone your skills before we didn't want to get too big too fast, because I think there's a lot of things that we've learned over this past year that makes us more efficient, more entertaining, and should those subscriptions then suddenly take off, we're far more prepared now than, say, we would have been 6 months ago. Sorry, I cut you off. You're going to say something.
Was I?
I don't know. Were you?
I'm not sure anymore. It's been a long day for me.
Well, I guess just do you agree with what I've said?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes, I agree with what you said. Do you need me to slow down a bit? I've pulled down the throttle a bit.
I don't know. Where are you? I did see you a moment ago. You get cut out to the drone here. Jayhawk's.
Oh, I'm actually behind. I thought I was ahead. Okay, well, let's speed up.
No worries. Jayhawk's doing some excellent formation flying there. Oh yeah, you're just behind, not by far. I think Beluga's with you. Is he?
I don't have very good visibility.
Anyway, thanks for checking in, Liber. I hope things are going well. I know you're a bit down last week due to your father on another naval adventure, so hopefully you're feeling a bit better about that and coping okay. And we're glad you're here. So anyway, flight sim news. Sharkey, has anything been announced or discussed or reported on that has caught your interest in the last week?
Well, obviously, there's been the 40th anniversary.
The 4th anniversary, yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually flying a plane from that, as we said, the DC-3. There's been a lot of very interesting things going on. A lot of people are really liking the Beaver.
I haven't tried that one yet, actually.
I did. I think, so there is an action pack mod you can get to improve it, and I think that without the mod, I found the FDM to be terrible.
Oh, and, right. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, I mean, it felt like my plane was as light as a cup.
Oh, right, so
Beaver,
maybe...
which is like much heavier plane.
Could be improved flight dynamics then.
Yeah. Systems are honestly kind of basic. Like, I'm someone who's really a fan of the Beaver, so of course I'm gonna be picky on that point. But I find that if you fly with the action pack, it can still be a fun bush plane to play around with for those who like a more adventurous flight, and it's free. But I'd say for someone like me who's looking at a model that's really gonna catch the grace and subtlety of the Beaver, for me it's gonna be what we got on next plane.
Yeah, of course.
Because we got a fantastic...
And how's X-Plane 12 coming along? Has there been any updates to the beta?
There are regular updates. I haven't tried recently to see the state of it, but it's definitely evolving. They're working on it. And they've actually done some more communication about it, more trailers, and a lot of... it's like the X-Plane official has become the new Austin Meyer YouTube channel. it's pretty fun to see.
Perfect. Alright, just doing a quick course check here. I think we're on our last leg before we're going to swoop into our first landing.
Yes, I'm gonna start my descent so I can anticipate a bit on my speed. It's easier that way for me.
Not a bad idea though. A bit too high, but yeah, might be worthwhile just slowing things down a bit.
Yeah. One thing really interesting is we now have helicopters on Flight Simulator.
Yes, and Flight Simulator has had helicopters for a long time. And I never liked them. I could never fly them. I always found that they're either too responsive or not responsive enough, or something just wasn't clicking in my brain. But I tried both of the helicopters in the 4th anniversary, and I could fly them and land them. I mean, still it took a bit of concentration, especially on landing, but I actually felt a lot more comfortable, and I found something, for whatever reason, seemed to be clicking better for me in terms of how to control it, and it was quite enjoyable, which I never thought I would say about a helicopter in flight sim, but there you go. So yeah, I can't wait to see now that we actually have a good implementation for helicopters. I can't wait to see what the third-party studios are going to come out with. Because, you know, there's so many opportunities for great aircraft, such as like the Chinook or the Lynx.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I'll probably see a couple Sikorsky's in there somewhere as well.
I also saw a Bell 222
Mhm.
that's been announced. I don't know what it's gonna be like. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's,
I tried them both, and I actually had a lot of fun with them. So I guess it's fair that
I did too. I enjoyed them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree. I really liked it. It was actually, it was usually the experience has been, can I actually do it? And I find it frustrating, a bit difficult. But this time I did actually find myself, found that I was enjoying myself flying them, which is great because I do want to like helicopters. Now the other thing I did try, which was really cool, was the gliders.
Yeah, they did some interesting things with
And it's
them,
got a
they
proper
actually used
towing.
FD for it.
Yeah, and it actually has a towing implementation as well.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
nice.
really cool. Really cool. Really enjoyable and relaxing. So relaxing as well. And you can get thermal visualization. I didn't quite figure out how to do that.
Yes.
I don't know if it's a
Normally
setting
you
somewhere.
can set a keybind for that, or just set it in your assistance. I need
Right.
to set that up honestly, because that's gonna make a difference. And you can do the same for the helicopters. I just haven't tried that yet, because honestly, for me in the Hello, it's just gonna be a gadget.
Yeah. Where's this airport? I'm kind of getting a bit lost here. I have to do a crosswind pass.
I guess we're gonna
Ooh,
we're gonna end up head on.
Definitely get a
Because
lot of
doing
interference
that,
from those mountains. Ooh, it's getting choppy. Okay, I see it now. All right.
Alright, I have to
Is there a windsock anywhere? I don't know.
Need to get my flaps down. And there
First
you go.
stage of flaps.
Flaps down. There you go. Mixture prop throttle flaps gear. Okay, that's nice.
Just stabilize the trim a bit here. Don't hit the gigantic set of trees up in front of me. Get the fuel pumps on.
Got that. And lights.
I think we'll take a nice spin around that hill. Look at this. Just a lovely terrain. You don't want to land too quickly because there's just so much to look at. Although, with all these hills, it is really playing havoc with the air. I'm getting so much shake and roll here. Beluga says I touched down and bounced, so I went around. Fair enough.
I hope I won't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard enough as it is.
It is, yeah. Okay, looking for that runway now. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. There it is. Ooh, wow. This plane is rocking and rolling.
And I'm down. I survived.
Oh, did you? You landed there. I'm just coming in behind you. Beluga's just about to land.
Giving you some room, Beluga.
Luckily, the air seems to be stabilizing a bit closer to the ground, hopefully, so. Just gonna hold that horizon. Oh, I'm proud of that. That's I think it's been a long time since I had a proper landing. That Cessna 310 was really throwing me off a couple streams, or was it last stream? I can't remember, but I was really thumping it down. But yeah, I'll take that as absolutely enjoyable and fine. Frederick comes in from Swedish VR. Perfect landing. How are you, Frederick? I was watching. I don't know if you've seen it, Shark Kitty, but on Swedish VFR they flew down to see and meet the Mentor pilot. Absolutely brilliant. And,
yeah, you told me about it.
It's on. Yeah, check them out. Just go on YouTube, Swedish VFR. Go check them out. Absolutely great. I think there's a part 2 coming up, Frederick. Is there? And he says, "I'm awesome." Yeah, of course. You met Mentor pilot. You got to fly with him. He jumped in the airplane with you. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, he seems like a lovely guy. I'd love to meet him. Love to talk to him. And of course, you know, he's well loved by many aviation fans for all of his brilliant videos he does on YouTube. And he's one of those guys that you really learn from as well, Mentor pilot. He walks through things and explains things so well. Very watchable guy. Beluga says Mentor pilot has some really amazing content. Yeah, so you know, big props to Frederick and Robin for being able to hook up with him. And there's one way to get a commercial pilot interested is offer a chance for them to take a stick on a small airplane, because they don't get a lot of chance to do that, and it brings them back to their old days flight training, and a lot of them were commercial flight instructors, of course, so I'm sure he really appreciated it. Anyways, I think we're gonna backtrack to the side of the runway that is closest to the mountains, so just to make life easier. I know that's what Beluga's doing. Shark Kitty, it looks like you're doing that as well.
Yeah, I need that.
Frederick says there will be a part 2 sometime in a few weeks. Perfect. Looking forward to it, mate. Really looking forward to it. Let me see if I can just get a link to the channel, but do check it out. Absolutely brilliant. Couple of great guys, good friends of mine. Still hoping very soon in the future to come and see you guys in Sweden and do a flight myself in the company of Robin and Frederick. So let me just grab a link here. There you go. So yeah, if you head on over, great friends of Positive Rate and of me personally, go check them out. Great bunch of guys, and check out the most recent video where they fly down in the Piper, no, it's not in the Arrow, it's the Archer, to meet up with none other than Mentor pilot. Absolutely amazing. Right, back to it. Where are we? Are we all ready to go for our next leg? Shark Kitty, if you want to roll out, that's fine.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
I'm going to do a quick field check here, actually, while I'm thinking about it.
And Kevin told me the right flap setting for stall takeoff is 1/4. And indeed, I did 1/2 on the previous takeoff, and it was a little too much.
Oh, okay.
I have a hard time setting it up.
Frederick says, "Did you notice we had a sound clip from the Haggis interview when we were at the clubhouse?" I didn't actually. I got to go back and watch it now. So you had a little bit of Willie Connect love in there as well. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Speaking of which, I'm actually off the air right now for Sky Blue for temporarily. I'm just taking a bit of a break. But yeah, we'll have to do so. I'll tell you what, you know, Frederick, if you're on Discord, you could always jump into the creators chat and talk to us live right now if you want. If you go into our Discord server, you should be able to connect to Creator's Voice. Come and say hello if you're able to, mate. Right, Shark Kitty, you rolling out?
Yeah. 30 inch off the brake.
it goes.
Take off power.
Brilliant. Frederick says he always wanted to promote. Yeah, thank you, mate. Likewise. Okay, Bluga, you're next.
That was a little harsh.
Once again, it's me and J-Hog on the tail. There we go. J-Hog after you, mate. And Alan Colo comes in. He says, "Good afternoon. I'm from Brazil." Hey, Alan, how are you doing? We're absolutely loving the scenery. Yeah, absolutely loving the scenery in your home country, mate. Absolutely stunning place. I don't know if you live anywhere near around the area that we're flying today. I don't know. Shark Kitty, can you tell us what airport are we taking off from just now?
Give me a sec.
Okay.
I'm dealing with my thing. The one thing I don't like about the DC-3 is that all the hydraulic systems, they are hard to interact with.
Ah, right, I got you. But Alan, no, great to have you along, mate. Please do subscribe as well. Yeah, J-Hog Sierra Delta Tango Kilo. There is a name for that place, obviously, somewhere.
Hold on, I got it. Parati.
Okay, there you go. He says, I live so far from Rio. Okay. Right. We want to be heading that way.
So 2,000 feet again?
Yeah, I think 2,000 for now, yeah.
Sounds nice. Let's switch tanks. Oh no, oh no. Jeez. I misclicked and I turned off an engine.
But yeah, Alan, great to have you along, Alan. Please do subscribe and check out our Discord channel. If you put exclamation Discord into the chat, you'll get a link through to our Discord server. And J-Hog, I owe you some dancing, mate. Because it didn't happen last week because I had a power cut, which was absolutely frustrating.
Oh no, I got it dead.
So Alan says I live in Balsas. Okay, northeast. Ah, right. Okay, got you. Got you. Well, we'll have to take a flight around your area of the world at some point in the future. Then we do want to take the jets. I think the fast jets through the hills as well, through the mountains. Okay, that's about where I want to be for altitude. I'm going to let the airplane get back on course. And we'll get outside this window. Oh, my gear's still up. No wonder I'm going slow. There we go. That'll make us a bit quicker. Jay said, yeah, we can celebrate the haircut. Indeed. Corporate Pilot Dad's dropped in. Says, glad to see you streaming. That means your power didn't go out today again. I know. Oh my god, it was so frustrating. It was quite a widespread power cut as well. It did come back on relatively quickly, but the problem is power coming back on, you got to boot up the PC, but the thing that takes the longest, obviously you got to boot the sim, and also my internet router takes about 5 minutes to come online, and by the time I got everything back up again, everybody had kind of given up. So yeah, it was really, really frustrating because we were having a lot of fun at the time. But yeah, it just wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. It was a bit of a cut short. And then the week before that, we had some sort of problem with the YouTube server, didn't we, Sharkitty?
Yeah, YouTube killed the stream because they were updating stuff all over streaming.
It's like, come on, give me a break. It's like 2 weeks in a row,
right?
Something went wrong. I can see all you guys hovering off to the starboard there. Let me just do a quick speed check. Yeah, I'm coming up to 160 now.
Okay. But still have a bit to come.
So, question for Tim: did you check out Swedish VFR? They first of 2 episodes, but they went to fly down to meet the mentor pilot. And Tim, we're on. If you're around, we're on Creator's Voice. So if you want to drop in and you say hello, please do. Always great to have content creators join us on stream, which we do quite often. For Lee Bear was saying, you know, we don't have a lot of subs, but we do get some. We do get quite a few content creator guests on our streams, which is amazing. Had Pilot Stud. That was the frustrating part when the power cut, because we had Brandon on from Pilot Stud. And we were having a really good conversation about his new job in aviation and everything like that. And then someone, poof, off it went. I was so frustrated. Corporate Pilot says, I can pop in, give me a few minutes. Fantastic. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Fantastic.
Look at the scenery. So, Alan, being from Brazil, have you been to the coast around this area at all? Because what we're seeing in the sim is absolutely phenomenal. Really, really gorgeous. All these little islands as well, look at that. It'd be a heck of a place just to, you know, pack a tent and some kit and just go camping on the island and sit out and watch the world go by as a beautiful ocean in front of you. It's stunning. Everywhere you look, mountains. Everywhere you look. Absolutely amazing. Alan says landing in Santos, Dumont. Oh yeah, that's on our route, actually. I think that's possibly the final destination for today's route. He says it's wonderful, I've been there twice, beautiful. I'd love to see it in real life. And that's the one thing I find about Flight Simulator now, is we go to all these different places in the world, and you think, God, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that in real life. But there's so many places that I've added to my bucket list now, I wouldn't know where to start. But certainly Brazil, I think, would be an amazing place. If not for a decent old Brazilian barbecue. I'm a sucker for a decent barbecue, and I know I hear you Brazilians know what you're doing when it comes to that kind of thing. Do a quick route check here.
We are 10 miles from the next field.
I concur. It says 5 minutes.
Yep.
Like present speed, and the wind's behind us, so that helps. Okay.
So oil again, start to go down to this place.
Perfect. So yeah,
I really don't like to just dive down in this kind of thing. And the DC-3, typically you land doing manual landings.
Yep.
That doesn't help. It's type of landing typically do more shallow than a 3-point. The thing is, you can do a 3-point on a DC-3, but there's if you mess it up, you're gonna heavily damage the plane. So that's why real DC-3 pilot, they just don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it. Well, the only airline I know of that still flies that, I think there's more than this, but Buffalo Airways up in Northwest Territories, they still use the DC-3 for some cargo and some passenger flights.
I'd love to get in one.
So I think There is a Buffalo Virtual Airways as well. They'll be absolutely delighted that DC-3's finally come out for flight sim. I'm
I
hoping
think there is a Buffalo livery.
Oh, there probably will be. Yeah, I think. Did it come with?
There
like,
is.
Did it come with the 40th anniversary?
I'm not sure. I think maybe. But I've seen so much things coming from screenshots that I could be confusing it with another livery. But I know I saw some folks flying with a Buffalo livery of the DC-3.
Okay.
I also got a lot of C-47 DC livery, the military version that have been made by third parties.
Oh, all right.
A lot of folks in just want the military stuff, so they want a C-47. It's the same plane, it's just the cabin that's different.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the military version of it. Yeah. It's funny because I know on Buffalo, one of the things they were able to find was the old clips for the wire for the paratroopers, and they actually did a reenactment of the D-Day drop with some real paratroopers from the Canadian Forces, which was quite kind of cool. And they did it in front of old veterans that were sitting watching them land. It was really neat. Right. I think we're getting close. So I'm going to start bringing that speed back.
Same. You're coming down.
Level altitude right now, so we can bleed off that speed.
Down. Green unmatched. The core back at some prop.
Stage of flaps there just to add some drag to the plane. And we get a nice descent there. See the runway lining up now. It's almost right in front of us, just inviting us in. Look at that.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. So Kevin did a great job on that plane.
He did. He absolutely did. So thanks, Kevin, wherever you are. Kevin, of course, is going to be back with us in a couple weeks, so he's been indisposed for a while, but he will be with us soon. Okay, props to full.
Oh, don't start lagging, Sim, please. Please, Sim.
See if we can make it 2 for 2. Starting to get a bit of chop from those mountains, as we would expect. Slight crosswind.
Sure, on few clouds should have slight tailwind actually.
Slight hopper there, but not too bad. TheCorporatePilotDad says, I'm back and I have 15 minutes now to remember how to join voice chat, which may take 15 minutes.
You click on the channel.
Indeed. Indeed.
And butter.
We'll take whatever you can offer, Tim. It's alright. I see that DC-3 coming in.
A little tricky on the rudder play, but that's good. Well,
And Frederick
actually,
says,
I'm doing quite good with these stall landings.
Frederick says, another perfect landing. I think we'll just cut over the grass here. And whoever just posted, I can't read what you're saying, but welcome to the chat. Please post in English if you can. That'd be great.
I think I clicked the right thing. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, so we
Yes.
can. How are you?
Hello, hello.
How are
Miracle.
you? Yeah, I mean, I knew you would struggle with joining a voice chat since you fly real jets and all.
I do. With this stuff, I'm like my mom trying to program a VCR. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I know. How you been? You had quite a hectic schedule at work.
Yeah, it was really busy,
Uh-huh.
and now it's not as busy, which I'm thankful for. But it goes in spells. When it's slow,
Yeah.
you always wonder, okay, what's the schedule going to be like? I would rather it just be steady.
Indeed, yeah. And of course, I think you get quite busy at Christmas as well, don't you?
Yeah, the day after Christmas is absolutely nuts. Everybody flies, every plane's moving, every plane's flying usually 2 flights a day.
Which is horrible.
Day after Christmas.
And do you know what you're doing on the 26th? Are you having to fly far?
No, everything in the States, not far. Usually it's just like 2-hour flights, but one of them's early in the morning, and then the next flight will usually be in the afternoon with a different crew. And
That's fair enough.
actually,
So are you
think
getting
the-
much in are they putting you up in hotels at all, or you tend to come back the same day?
These are usually the same day trips.
Yeah.
You just go out and come right back. And the morning trips are better because the afternoon flights, everybody's out flying, and that's a very busy travel day here in the United States.
Yeah.
And it gets very busy and lots of delays.
See, there's the key thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll sometimes going to South Florida, there'll be 3-hour delays.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Do you tend to know about that before you get in the air? So that, I know one thing I remember when I flew to St. Louis. So we're coming back from St. Louis to Pittsburgh, where I had to pick up a Saab 340 to go back to Hamilton. So we boarded the plane in St. Louis, which has a fantastic airport or a hotel for spotting airplanes. By the way, if you get the right side of the hotel, absolutely amazing, right at the foot of the runway.
I know where. I know about the area you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a Radisson or something like that. Anyway, that's a different story. So they boarded us, and then we sat in the tarmac, and we sat, and then I think it was about an hour in. The captain came on and said, "Yeah, we're waiting for a slot in Pittsburgh." So they wouldn't allow the plane to take off until Pittsburgh knew when they could land, which
Right.
it does.
Yeah, they just had to create a slot for the airplane. I mean, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Center will have to have a 10, maybe like a 3-minute or 10-minute gap in between airplanes.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they were doing, is just finding you a spot because it was so full. There weren't any. And then when it opened up, I've had a lot of delays where it's been the same thing. We can't depart. We'll be sitting on the taxiway holding short of the runway, and we can't go because they're waiting on a slot for us the 10-minute separation for us to get out, to put us in that.
That must be extraordinarily frustrating when you've had a long day as well.
Well, I mean, it's always frustrating because you just never know. And then if you're tight on fuel, you might have to go back and get fuel. It's just it's a pain, but it happens. There's apps now that the FAA has that you can look at that stuff ahead of time and know if there's going to be any delays, and you can plan for it. So that makes it a little bit easier.
That makes it a bit easier, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And are you still flying the Citation, or are you strictly, was it Gulfstream you had?
Yeah, Gulfstream G200 and the Citation XLS Plus, but that airplane's being sold, so I won't be flying that too much longer, but who knows the way things are going right now and who's going to buy an airplane. It just depends.
Yeah. So they're going to sell off the Gulfstream?
No, the Citation.
Oh, the Citation, yeah, which you're kind of looking forward to.
Yes, I am thrilled.
Because I thought they were going to buy another. I thought they're going to buy another G200.
They did.
They did. All right, so they've got 3 now, right? Okay, right.
Yeah.
So you're probably running one plane high at the moment for what you need.
Well, the one that they bought is having maintenance done on it. Because when you buy an airplane, you got to get. They have to have inspections and stuff done
for the insurance.
Yeah, for insurance, some other stuff, and then they're getting internet put in, things like that.
Of course, it's transfer of ownership as well. So as far as the FAA is concerned, you have to prove that.
Yeah, and they've done that stuff, but it just buying an airplane and transferring it to a new owner and flying it, getting it on the line, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time.
Yeah, sure. I completely understand. Plus, I guess they get snag lists as well, so whoever they bought it from didn't declare certain things.
That does happen.
Yeah.
Where things are neglected, and yes, that happens. That happens a lot.
It's like it doesn't matter what industry, and there's certain commonalities to everything. But that's one thing I'm particularly aware of, and that's why
people in every industry.
It all comes back to that situation that arose when Russia seized all the airplanes that they were leasing.
Yes.
All these airlines, and the airlines didn't want the Russian government to do that, because to maintain them, they now have to kind of go after black market parts and black market mechanics,
or just not fix them,
or not fix them. And the leaseholders have basically said, as far as they're concerned, those airplanes are dead to them now, because there's no way they'll ever be able to get them certified, because they don't know what's been done with them. They don't know if they've been maintained properly. It's unlikely they're keeping any proper records. They're basically completely useless airplanes. And some of these are brand new airplanes as well, like even Dreamliners, I think, to some extent. It is quite credible, and a huge shock to the industry. I don't think people really understood how serious that was.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the crazy part is they're flying airplanes that aren't really safe for people that aren't even involved with all the political stuff that's going on over there.
Well, to be fair, I think that's been the safest flying on a Russian airplane has ever been is the years between Perestroika and now, and since all this has gone down, it's kind of gone back to the way it was before. But I mean, from some of the stories I've read about the old Tupolevs and used to fly about, I don't think they were particularly reliable. But I'm not going to be hopping on an airplane between Belarus and Russia anytime soon, so I should be all right.
Yes, you're not planning on. I can't believe you're not going to Russia. This is a good time to go, I hear.
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
The weather's nice and all,
Weather's nice as long as you stay inside.
Especially in Moscow. It's snowing all day.
Yeah, and you get a free escort wherever you walk as well.
Right.
Someone, just to keep an eye on you and protect you. Anyway, so what are you looking forward to Christmas with the family, Tim? You got all your Christmas shopping done yet?
I haven't started, and I think Christmas is 40 days away, and I have 39 and a half days left before I have to start.
And of course, the great American tradition is coming up very soon, which is Thanksgiving. No, sorry, I meant Black Friday, didn't I? I meant Black Friday.
Oh, that one. I don't do Black Friday.
Neither do I. And they do that here now. They do that here, and it drives me up the wall. Yeah, it is.
I worked retail for 4 years before I got. Well, while I started doing flight training after high school, I worked retail. I had to work Black Friday, and I hated it. Oh yeah, it was so busy. And I worked in the electronics department, so everybody's coming in buying original PlayStations back then, and games, and just I hated it. It was the worst. So
I was gonna say we Black Friday wasn't really big in Canada at the time, but what we did have was Boxing Day sales. Now you guys don't really have Boxing Day, but that's the 26th of December, and it was actually illegal to open on Boxing Day. It was supposed to be a statutory holiday, even for retail. But the shops used to do it anyway, and it was the same kind of idea. Black Friday, they'd have door crasher specials and that kind of thing. And I remember working in, again, it was electronics, and we got fined $10,000. The police actually came in, fined the shop $10,000. It was paid in cash. But the shop took in $130,000.
Sounds worthy.
$120,000 gain in revenue.
130,000 revenue for 10,000 fine.
Yeah. Wow.
Whereas normally that might be the revenue for an entire week. And this was in one day. So it was worth it. And the problem is I had to count out all this cash. I've never been so nervous in my life. It was a lot of money.
Sure,
and this is
was watching.
And this was back in the 90s. So that was, that was a lot of money to be counting. Even now, 130,000, it's not chump change.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's
something you got in your hand every day.
Oh, it's just crazy. Oh, I got J-Hog in formation. Look at that. Beautiful.
I think there's some stores now that are starting to go the other way and be closed part of the day. But pretty much everybody's open.
I think
and I wish they would all just shut down. I wish they would all get together and say, you know what, let's all shut down the day after Thanksgiving.
I agree. And let everyone have the weekend.
Let everybody be home.
The one nice thing about the Canadian Thanksgiving, which of course, as you know, is a lot earlier. It's the second Monday in October. There is no commercialization around Canadian Thanksgiving. It is still the pure family holiday, which isn't about gifts. It's just about food. Sure, maybe watching football or whatever sport.
About sports football here. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's just that pure thing, and there's no presents or anything like that. And it's just a shame that I think Black Friday has corrupted probably what is a perfect holiday. But it all depends on how you celebrate it.
But they've now started earlier. Now there's a lot of retailers that are open on Thanksgiving Day.
No.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. They're being open more. Before it wasn't enough to do Black Friday. Now they're doing Thanksgiving Day.
Man, why? That's so unfair.
Money.
I know, but
it is unfair.
It's a cultural institution. It's sacred, right? I mean, a lot of people will ask me, "What's your favorite holiday in Canada?" And I said, was it Christmas or like Canada Day, like Independence Day, about the same time? No. I said, my favorite holiday in Canada, the one that I really missed, was Thanksgiving. Because everyone, it was all family got together over the weekend as well, because the actual Thanksgiving was on the Monday. And that's what kind of made it, I think that's where strategically it's a bit better placed, because people tend to, some of them might take a Friday off to make it a long weekend, but generally everyone gets together. A lot of people will celebrate on the Sunday, so you still get the Monday to recover and watch your sports, but some people, celebrate Monday, that's fine. But a lot of families, big families, get together, and they take that opportunity to do that. And it's really special, and it's nice to just chill out, and good food, good drink, just see family that you haven't seen for a while, and it's a fantastic holiday, and it's far better than Christmas for the simple reason that there's no commercialization around it. Now, I don't know what happens in the States in terms of Thanksgiving. Is gift giving can't come into Thanksgiving in the States?
Nope. It's just everybody gets together and eats turkey and eats.
So
tons
it's still
of
the
food.
Still the same thing. Yeah. So it is pretty atrocious that people for money, no better reason, would ruin that for Americans that just want to take advantage and celebrate the best holiday. I think the best holiday.
Yeah, it's like getting
it's
like getting a head start on Black Friday, so they'll open on Thanksgiving, have sales on Thanksgiving.
But why? I mean, it just it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just Christmas just keeps coming earlier and earlier in the sense that you go to the store.
Yep.
And as soon as they take the summertime stuff out, like fertilizer, grass seed, all that stuff leaves, and Christmas trees are in, and ornaments and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And my kids are already listening to Christmas music. We have a station here
no.
music already. And I tell them, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. They don't care.
No, I don't agree with that. Sorry, not until December.
Yep.
Not a day earlier.
Because it gets to the point when Christmas rolls around, you're so sick of Christmas music, you can't stand it anymore.
No. I'm sick of it when I do hear it at Christmas, because I've heard of every song, and you know what? It's times like this. If I could burn every Mariah Carey CD I could find, I would do it. I just while we're talking, Alan Oliveira has dropped in. He says, "Hi from Brazil." He says, hi, Alan. And you subbed as well. Thanks, Alan. Absolutely enjoying your beautiful country here. It looks amazing. One of your countrymen is up higher, I think, Alan Coelho. So yeah, yeah. So thank you very much for joining. Do join our Discord as well. Sharkity, if you could put a Discord link in the chat for us, that'd be great.
Sure.
And join the community. And don't forget, guys, take screenshots today because they will be posted in the Screeny TV at the start of every stream. We want to see your beautiful screenshots. Lots of opportunity for that today.
Can I just take a screenshot of this stream right now? On my screen?
Of me.
Don't shoot your
All right.
screen.
Make face.
I have to go in about 2 minutes.
Tim,
notice
no worries.
Your overboost light is on.
I know. And my fuel pump's on.
I
You're
forget
just like
about that all the
me.
time,
You
but they
see with this system, and that stresses you out.
I see it every time. Like, why does he do that? So in the real airplane, that overboost light, the boost only goes to 41 inches of manifold pressure. When you get to about 42 inches, a valve opens up and roots off that other, the extra boost. So you can't even really get it. You can jam that throttle up. You're not getting any extra power. But this thing, it will give you more. But in the real airplane, you push the power up, it opens the valve and vents off extra pressure. So it doesn't do anything.
So you come on the stream, we had a great chat, and you taught us something. Brilliant.
Yes. and there's a lot of turbochargers have a wastegate.
Yep.
That moves. This one is supposedly a fixed wastegate, but when you look in the book, there's actually no wastegate. It's a fixed orifice. It's like a pipe. There's a valve that they can open and close, and that's what controls how much air goes through to hit the turbocharger.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll definitely keep an eye on that. I mean, it was just a slight adjustment to the throttle, so easily solved.
Yeah, and as you climb, every 1,000 feet you go up, you lose 1 inch of manifold pressure. Yep. So you have to push the throttle back up to get that power back. But then you have to watch it coming back down, because up to 12,000 feet, you can get 41 inches of manifold pressure. Above that fixed orifice, they can adjust it. So you get that 41 inches of manifold pressure at 12,000 feet. So as you go above it, then it's going to start, the manifold pressure is going to start dropping like a normally aspirated engine as it climbs. But then the thing you have to watch for is when you're descending, you're going to gain an inch of manifold pressure once you get
So you gotta, and then you have to back off. You got to back off the throttle, obviously, compensate for that. If you're, depending on what speed I guess you're trying to aim for. Yeah, that makes sense. So anyway,
unless you're in an airplane that has an automatic wastegate like the Cessna 414, that one's just, it does it by itself.
Oh, really? Like just automatically?
Yeah. Well, I'm not exactly sure how it works. It's tied into the pressure and the throttle. Without having an actual schematic with the maintenance diagram, I'm not sure how it works, but I just know that it does what it's supposed to do most of the time. And it basically limits you from overboosting the engine by controlling a wastegate.
That's pretty cool. I'll definitely keep that in mind, and I will not overboost again, sir, so thanks for the education there. But it's always good to know what to look for and how to control that. So that's quite useful information. And of course, you flew this when you were a CFI, didn't you?
I got my commercial and CFI in a Turbo Aero 4.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was about 20 years ago, but it's still one of my favorite airplanes. And then if you want to see something cool, look, I'll tell you this, and then I got to go. Look down between the seats. Right? So down by your trim wheel, there's that knob the lever that you can move.
Yeah.
Just that guy right there.
Yeah.
So when that's pulled all the way up, that light flashes beside your landing gear indication light. You know how you see that light flash sometimes?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's just telling you that thing is in the position where the gear won't auto extend. But if you look out on the outside of your airplane, show you something. If you can get to the outlet, if you can see outside.
2 secs. What am I looking for?
The left side, outside the pilot window. Your other left. Yeah, that left. So up there, it's not on that one. There it is. Yeah. See behind the pilot, that little probe sticking out?
Yeah.
That is basically what that does when you get too slow. It pulls on this little reed and says, "Oh, airplane's going too slow. We need to automatically put the gear down." And that's the automatic. That's one of the what makes the automatic gear extension function is that.
Isn't that cool?
You can disable it by pulling that little needle, the little pin up between the seats, pull it all the way up, and it disables that. The gear won't extend automatically when you get too slow. And then the middle position is where it lives. That's the normal position. And then if you push it down, it's spring-loaded in the real airplane, and that will drop the gear manually.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
nice, too.
I think. Was it CO2 or nitrogen? I don't remember.
The gear free fall on that one is it's manual, just gravity.
Oh, okay. I think I saw. I've seen video of an instructor showing that in an aero, but maybe not the same variant. And he explained was using some gas to push down the gear.
Some of them, some jets and stuff do use a nitrogen blowdown bottle. But I'm pretty certain these are just, it's gravity. So you push that, the gear falls, then you have to push the rudder pedals back and forth to get the left and right main to lock in place.
And there is something that's not simulated about that system in MSFS, but it is in X-Plane, and I find really interesting, is that when the gear auto extension triggers, the gear does go down, but not the lever, and you get gear unsafe warning.
Yeah.
But in MSFS, it just brings the lever down, so it doesn't do that. I find that system to be really smart because it kind of teaches you, hey, you forgot about your gear, you need to be more careful about it.
Well, every airplane I've ever flown with retractable gear, part of the emergency procedure, the very first step is put the gear down. That way, when the gear selection is down, if you get the gear down, it won't try to come back up. Because if it does, you're stopped. You're landing on the belly.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, Tim, I really appreciate you coming on, me. It's always great to talk to you. I know we were doing a private conversation, but it seems like the first time we were able to talk was coming on the stream. So thanks for that. It's always great to have you on.
Yeah, I do have to run. My schedule stays slow. Maybe I'll catch you next week.
We would absolutely look forward to that. You're always welcome back anytime. I'm trying to get Frederick on, but he seems I don't know if he's equipped to join on a Discord voice at the moment. So, but hopefully, it would be great. And of course, just by coincidence, we had Brandon on last week, so that was kind of very good.
I saw that.
Well.
I saw that. Where did I saw that somewhere? But I knew that.
Yeah, and he's really enjoying his new job, flight support officer, I think.
Yeah, I talked to him. We messaged back and forth a couple weeks ago. We were talking about it.
Yeah,
so, and it's good for him. He's working in aviation and.
Just get close. Yeah, if you want to get into the field, if you want to be a pilot, a lot of people will say just get a job, any job, get closer to aviation. Great way to meet people, great way to get closer to your passion, and doors will open for you through that process. So yeah, I know that's something that you've told me.
Yes,
something many other pilots.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
It is very much so, and aviation is a very small world.
It is very small,
especially if you do something that people don't like.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. If you burn a bridge, everybody will know, and you might have to move far away to get a job.
So, all I can say is, Elon Musk, do not start an airline. Anyway, yeah, Tim, great to have you. Thanks for spending time with us today, and we absolutely look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, catch you all later.
Take care, Tim. All the best.
Bye.
So that was Tim, the corporate pilot dad. Please do check him out. We'll post the link in the chat there. Just a moment. Fantastic guy, professional pilot by trade, and does a lot of instructional and helpful videos about real life flying, and he does a lot of demonstrations through Flight Simulator as well. He's also done a lot of beta testing for some of the airplanes that you see in the market, including this one. He was a consultant for Just Flight when they were putting this out. So Anyway, I'll just post this in the chat for you.
Frederick says, I'll join the voice chat another day, kiss emoji. That's
Yeah, you'll join the voice chat another day. No worries, Frederick. Because we miss you, man. I just want to talk to you. That's all. I don't get a chance to talk to you any much. Corporate Pilot Dad is truly great. He is absolutely amazing guy. He's equaled only by his knowledge about aviation and his professionalism as well. Fantastic guy. Definitely. We've got an open plan, just as yourself, Frederick. The next time I'm in the Ohio area, Tim wants me to look him up, and we're going to go for a few beers, and I'll probably end up back at his house for some sort of barbecue, something, I don't know. But yeah, do check him out. Fantastic guy, always great. iHarmony YT says, hello mate, it's my first time here. First times are great times. Welcome for coming along. Do like and subscribe, please, if you can. iHarmony, and if you hit exclamation Discord, actually if you just look up in the chat there, you could join our Discord community as well. Great to have you along. Thank you for coming. We're just flying our final leg to Brazil here. Opening up things I don't need.
No, there's two legs left.
2 legs left, sorry. So we've got Sierra Bravo Juliet Romeo, which is Jacarepagua. Alan, if you're listening, please don't crucify my pronunciation. And then after that, we will be landing in Santos, Dumont, which is Sierra Bravo Romeo Juliet. So, which is actually, I just realized the last 2 airports are pretty much the same ICAO, just the last 2 letters reversed. Just to make it even more confusing. And iHeartMe says, it definitely will. Perfect. Great to have you aboard, mate. I'll really appreciate you here. It's a great community we're growing here. We're very friendly, and of course, if you got Flight Simulator, hop on and fly with us. You can still get us for the very last leg, which is Sierra Bravo Juliet Romeo. We're on the North Europe server. Or if you're just here to watch and chill out, all the same, that's good too. I'll just take a quick look outside the airplane. I still got J-Hog. I can see Shark Kitty in the distance there in the DC-3. J-Hog is definitely gets the formation award today. He's doing a much better job than you have today, Shark Kitty, I would say. But I think you got a few more challenges.
Yeah, I'm not even trying, not gonna lie.
And iHarmony just subscribed. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Great to have you aboard the Positive Rate family. Do join the Discord. Become a member of the family. We have some fantastic people. We have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. And you can check out our liveries as well. If you go to flightsim.to, just look for Positive Rate. All free. You can get a livery for the Just Flight Arrow. We've got a livery for the Phoenix 320 and the Fly-by-Wire 320. And what else we got? We got one coming out for the Kodiak soon. Remind me, what else do we have? Piper Warrior, Just Flight Piper Warrior. The Just Flight Hawk, which is really cool. Especially the special red version. J-Hawk says I'm sober. Oh, is that the difference? Is that the difference? Right. Okay. So, well, I'm glad you would give us the privilege of flying with us with no intoxication today, J-Hawk. So, thank you. Now look at this coastline. Isn't that cool? I mean, you got... It's like a coast within the coast.
Kinda.
Very, very cool. Obviously a city here. I couldn't tell you exactly which one. Could be real. Nothing but blue ocean, sandy beaches, and always in the distance, everywhere you look, there's some sort of mountainous terrain. Beautiful, beautiful country. Very, very cool. Oh, we're coming up to our next destination here, so I better slow the airplane down.
I'm gonna enter left crosswind, runway 21.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a crosswind, I think. Don't have visual yet. Unless I'm already over top of it.
No, don't like, please. Please.
And J-Hawk says, I'll be here if I can. Yeah, of course, I know that, J-Hawk. And always great when you're here, mate. Thank you.
Just be careful as there's a hill.
Whenever I see your name, Jayhawk, I know it's going to be a good stream. How's that? Oh, okay, I'm crosswind now, I can see
There's
it.
a whole hill that's pretty close to what you could be doing on a left pattern.
Yeah, I think I'm going to crosswind and then start a left-hand pattern. Looks like runway 21.
Yeah, that's what I'm heading for.
Okay. Ditto. Just give a bit more space in the crosswind here. Oh, wow, definitely starting to get those air disruptions from the mountains coming from all directions. First stage of flaps. Just get wingtip perpendicular to that runway. That'll do.
So gear is down and latched.
Are you downwind or base or?
Downwind, left downwind on right one.
Can you see me?
I see you.
Okay. Jayhawk's entertainment flight. Alright, dropping my gear as well. Props to full. Losing a bit too much speed here, so I'll cut that up a little.
We're getting a bit of downwinds there.
Turning base.
Downdrafts, sorry, downdrafts. But that's okay. Alright. Flaps go down.
Oh, I can see you. You're on the downwind. And for me, I am turning final. Better center line here. As he does it. Still get a bit of disruption, but as we get lower, hopefully those winds will subside a bit. And nicely on this one, they've actually cut away the trees so you can land properly, which always helps.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to hold that horizon. There we go. Whoa. Oversteer there. Put it on oversteer.
Winds are really annoying here.
Yeah, it's just all the mountains from different directions. I think that's part of the problem. Which is modeled. That's one thing Microsoft Flight Simulator does very well. Is disruption in air patterns from terrain. See Jayhawk right behind me. And there comes the DC-3 in behind Jayhawk. Excuse me. Looking good. Okay. So we'll set up for takeoff again. Do a quick fuel check here, although we don't have far to go. 73 kilos. I think that should be adequate. And it's just a quick one. A couple waypoints in our last leg, which is Santos, Dumont. I don't know if you just want to do a quick 180 and just take off from where you are. Try kidding.
No, I think I'll get back to 2-1.
Okay, we'll do that then. A little bit far ahead of everybody else, so I'll just line up the runway and wait for you guys. It is a short runway, so we definitely want to give a bit of power here. There we go. Cool. Parking brakes on. Just take a look outside. Oh, what a week, what a month, what a year. So next week, I think we're back in the airliners actually.
Yep. Who knows, I might try the A310 for next week.
Indeed, I don't think I will. I think I need a few practice runs in the 310 before I do anything, so I'll probably be back in the tried and true and trusty fly-by-wire 320NX. But of course, if anybody's joining us, you can bring any airliner you want, or even if you want to join us in a jet, as long as you can keep up with us, you're welcome to bring anything you like. So it should be good fun. We usually get a few people buzzing around in F-35s or something like that. J-Hog says, I got the 310 up, landing where was a nightmare. Yes, 310. So the trick with the 310 is you have to keep it above 90 knots, and you need to land under power. So whereas you can kind of drop off the throttle, the 310 you really need to keep it at power until the wheels touch the ground, and you can let it off. It is a bit of a thumper.
Should I take off?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
30 inches. Off the brake. Take off forward set.
You're going to stick to the 320. I was going to put it with Gavin's CRG. Yeah. Okay. And I'll take off as well. Building that speed. Take it up to about 70 knots and just give it a bit of backward pressure, a little bit of air there. Up we go. Gear up. Positive rate. And we'll bring up the flaps and see if we can zoom around and buzz that DC through there. Give Shark Kitty a heart attack. I think we'll just take it up to 1500 this time.
Okay. 1500?
Yeah, because we're not going to be in the air very long.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bring that manifold pressure back to 41. Fuel boost, and there we go. No lights. Corporate Pilot Dad very happy. I do see a mountain up ahead, but I think we're going to fly around it. Oh, I think the route takes us around it anyway. Look at that. Stunning, stunning, stunning scenery. Lush trees. Lots of little towns everywhere. Islands and beaches. The beautiful nation of Brazil. Wouldn't you like to be sitting down there just now? Rather than in cold, wet, rainy weather, which is what I've got right here.
Well, that's Great Britain.
It is indeed, especially Scotland. So we got 3 minutes to the next waypoint and not far to go to our final destination.
Oh, it is close, alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Santos,
more than
Dumont.
that. I think I'm just gonna take it easy. You can maybe catch my landing. Hot stance right now.
Absolutely stunning. Excuse me. Don't forget, I gotta dance for J-Hub.
We never forget.
Now that we seem to be, I don't want to jinx it, but we seem to be YouTube server friendly and power cut free today, so that's good. It's nice to get through a stream.
So you need to dance for YouTube now.
I wouldn't dance for YouTube, I'm just glad they're cooperating.
It's like doing the rain dance.
That's it. One of the things I really love, truly love, is the reflection that you get in the water in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm just looking at the clouds, clouds in the sky and clouds in the water. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, reflection's pretty nice on Explain 12, to be honest, when you're not getting artifacts because beta and all.
I'm sure they'll fix it.
Yeah, part of it is probably already fixed, and part of it is probably my performance. It's not liking low-end PCs at the moment.
That's it. Okay, I think we're coming up on our final leg here. Fuel pump back on? Ooh, I don't know why we're...
Hello. Cancelling my engine now.
Should be a runway off to... Ooh, I wonder where this runway is, actually.
Okay, I'm already having some issue with... There you go.
Where's the runway? Where's the runway? Oh, there it is. I see it. the speed here.
Gear attached. Coming down.
I think I see it. Maybe I don't. I think I won't be missing it. It's not in that middle island, surely.
No. Where are you going? I think you overshot it. I don't know, where are you?
I didn't overshoot it. I think I'm just I'm off to the left of it, I believe. It's probably on the other side of this little hill.
Look for my name tag because I have a field inside.
Yeah, okay, I see you. That's where I thought it was.
Right.
I'm just gonna come from the other direction. I see an F-18 up there every year. I don't know if he's near us. Yeah, I think I might do a crosswind and left pattern. So you're on
Beautiful.
final. You're on final. Oh, it's over there. Did you land?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm on base actually. That's fine. That helps. Jayhawk coming in. Oh, there's two runways here.
Yes.
Alright, so I'll take the small one. but I'll take it. See if you can find a nice parking area to group up for the wrap up.
Yeah, I've landed in. I've parked in the grass.
Parked in the grass.
Jayhawk's with me.
Okay, coming around. Big airport. Well, that was very fun, very scenic. So big thank you to Kevin Mighty Mackerel for putting the flight plan together, and hopefully in a couple of weeks he'll be back to join us on stream and fly them with us as well. But yeah, lots of fun. We'll go join the DC-3 in its natural territory, which is grass.
It's gonna be time to turn off my engine. The roll.
Perfect. I'll do the same.
Middle. Booster coming off. Ignition booster off. The lights off. And battery off.
Nicely done. Here we go. Where's J-Hog? I've lost him. Oh, he's there. Beautiful. That's our final landing, and yeah, huge thank you to J-Hog for joining us on the stream today, mate. It was great. Got one more thing to do though, and one thing worth mentioning, the J-Hog donated £10 to the stream last week, which really helps with the operating cost of the stream. So a huge thank you for that, sir. And as a thank you, we shall do something like this. There you go, mate. Big thank you to J-Hog for his donation last week. Was meaning to dance, however, the stream cut short due to a power cut, and it wasn't able to complete. So hopefully I got it in there for you. Big thank you to for the donation. And of course, anybody who donates, he says, "Nice one, buddy." Anybody who donates will make me dance. Is one way to get a bit of humor out of me. Is donate towards the stream. It helps us with our operating costs, keeps us bringing you great music, great content, and yeah, just generally makes everything a bit better. So huge thanks to J-Hog and everyone else that has donated in the past. And of course, iHarmony and Alan Oliveira, who have subscribed today, big thank you to you as well. Hope you're in the Discord. Join the Positive Right family. Get to know everybody. Be part of us, be part of the stream. Come and fly with us anytime you want. We'll see you here next Thursday, which is the 24th. The 24th. And we'll be flying in the airliners. Can't remember where we're flying to, but Madrid to Gibraltar. Gibraltar, yeah, which is a very tricky landing because you got a big mountain right in front of the runway, or beside the runway, which causes some interesting wind effects. So yeah, we look forward to seeing you there, and of course in the meantime have a great evening and a great weekend. And Shark Kitty, a huge thank you to you for being on the stream today. As always great to have your company.
Always a pleasure.
So that is a good night for me. Good night to Shark Kitty.
Good night.
And a good night to all of you. We wish you all the best right here on Positive Rate. I hope you have a pleasant evening, and we'll see you here next week. All the best.